Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Taking a quick look here at Avalanche, seeing what's going on. Obviously, we saw some new lows here. We're going to talk about that and much more, draw out some new fibs, and kind of just see where the price could continue next if it were to. So if you are new to the channel, just know I'm not a financial advisor and I do love teach people to trade. Really hope you can learn something here today, of course. We'll take a look at some backend data too with some liquidation, get that chart pulled up, and also give some quick congrats to our community because this is pretty amazing. With all the crazy chaos that occurred, we didn't have a single stop loss. Okay, so awesome stuff there. We took RDNT 40% profit in 2 days, OGN month old almost 104%. All of these closed at stop loss after reach and take profit. According to my strategy, you take 80% profit in the first 2 to 3 targets, which is what we've done, and those are all closed out safely. Okay, no liquidation whatsoever. Crow, we got some profit in there, some chain link as well. SKL 232% in 10 days, ICP 185 in 11. Super happy for you guys. Thanks again for the wonderful feedback. Glad that's working out well for you. Why don't we do this here? Let's talk a little bit about the liquidation and kind of just see what the big picture is. I got the monthlies up here. I'm trying to get some macro stuff out today to ensure that we understand the big, big scene, see what's going on. So if we zoom in kind of to the last month's worth of liquidation, pretty much the heaviest level of concentration at 35 got swept. So that's pretty standard. Got a little bit left at 30, but for the most part, that's the majority of it. 25 and 30 would be the rough estimate for the next levels. The key takeaway here is that we've got some, $44 as the next level of a potential sweep. There's a heavy concentration of shorts there, but I would not be super concerned or worried about that if you are a short right now. We'll talk about why that is the case, but we did drop below a key level here, roughly at about $37, $38. We talked about that previously being a strong, was supposed to be a strong support level. That didn't hold. The thing is, too, a lot of coins pulled back today, but a decent amount pulled back and recovered, back to just above their support levels. Avalanche is consolidating essentially right below that previous support level turned to resistance, and it's just not a phenomenal situation here. So we're just going to pull out this support level here, pay attention to that, and again, just know 38 is a new resistance. So having said all that, let's just go ahead and see what's going on in the bigger picture and kind of understand where we're at. Keep in mind, large time frame, we are in our fourth wave, basically to the downside. If this is the bottom, hypothetically, our next high is going to be higher than the previous, essentially breaking that $50 mark. Okay, again, close approximate $50. We could see that surpassed upwards of $59.60, but that's future reference. That's not going to happen today or immediately. We're below the 20-day SMA, not a fantastic sign. We've broken tentatively below the 50 on the RSI. Now you got to recognize too, being under 50 on the RSI is typically disadvantageous, especially on the daily. We haven't been below that in over 3 months. 2 months, somewhere in the range, 2.5, 3 months. And it's one of those situations where staying below 50 can last for a long time. Okay, so I'm not trying to get you all scared or concerned. I'm just going to let you know that that is something we want to be aware of. Okay, simply put, another tool in the toolbox to note roughly where we're at. So keep in mind too, the candlestick hasn't officially closed yet, so we are under 50 for the moment, but we could rally back somehow in the next 4 hours. We could see, but it's best to presume that's not going to work out. Same thing with MACD, still diverging quite strong. And then, of course, we look at stochastic RSI. Tried to swing up, but kind of got stunned out there. So this is mostly bearish signs on the daily. It's not full on bearish. We're not under the 50 yet, so I'm not super worried or feeling like the sky's going to fall. But we just got to be mindful and ready for further downside. We do have a previous support level here. Let's go ahead and pull this out. That was a resistance turn support at roughly about $34. So 34 to 38 could be the new range. That's kind of what I'm expecting. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 hour and kind of analyze what's going on here. We got stochastic divergence, traditional RSI and money flow index close to 30, and we got MACD diverging. It is a common practice for a lot of folks to buy the RSI dip. So I can tell you that I've had a decent amount of success when the RSI hits 30 to essentially consider a long position with tight targets. Okay, not necessarily recommending that now, but in its history, Avalanche has been pretty good about bouncing off that level and not essentially going much further. So again, there's that. But once again, the big, Avalanche has also not been this overextended in a while either. So I would not trust that completely. Just giving you a consolation if that helps any. But again, you never trade on consolation, right? So anyways, everything on the 4 hour is looking pretty bearish. We're underneath the volume profile. We have all moving averages above the price action, including the 200-day SMA. Not a good look. And essentially in a bad place here. So it really just kind of reaffirms that $38 is probably going to be a pretty strong support resistance level for us. I'll clean up the charts and post a playout chart here for us again, in case you're not familiar. I have a Twitter, Telegram, and Discord where I kind of provide potential playouts just based on Elliott Wave, Fibonacci retracement levels, and key supports and resistances. I don't want to take the time to do that, even though I took the time to explain it. Kind of funny how that works. So each Milk cloud, take a look here. We can see we're below the cloud, of course. That's consolidating roughly at about 40, but also the lower half of the cloud by the time we get into it at 37. So hypothetically, best case scenario for us would be for the price to go sideways and up, consolidate at about 38 or higher, and then we consider an entry there. That's no less than 24 to 48 hours from now, though. Okay, we have no reason to take a long position right now, even if it's just a buy the dip scenario and you're trying to get lucky, you're flipping a coin in the wrong direction. There's like a larger probability statistically the price will continue lower. Just if you look at how this has behaved, like look at the chart here the last 5 hours, compare that with other coins, right? So profitable coin, SCI, ARB, both looking pretty solid. Okay, however, like ICP, for example, recovered nicely. Solana also struggled busting. So again, if you see the correlation, AVAX is not correlated positively with Bitcoin right now. I mean, it's aligned with it, of course, but not inversely paired and trying to recover quicker. We've lost support. There's really no reason to take a long position right now. Again, if you want to go ahead and roll the dice, that's your thing. But I prefer to trade the confirmation, and this is not one of those confirming factors. So also friendly advice too. I get some questions like, "Hey, where are all the signals?" You never force a trade, right? So the truth is you're going to see less signals when we have massive dumps like this. So I'm just kind of talking to my community, of course. Make sure you're familiar with yourself in the meantime with our signals guide too, because there's tons of good information on how to structure your trades effectively. This is all available in our Discord, so please read through that. Again, because we got a lot of new members coming over here. So once more, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Last but not least, make sure you use the link to register before this exclusive offer is available or no longer available. Bitunix, no KYC, no VPN. Phenomenal exchange. Our US and Canadian members are loving them, and I love them too. Thank you, Bitnix, for an excellent opportunity for our members to be able to trade with really responsible leverage. I say that because that's what I recommend. The exchange does have high leverage, of course, but just don't think anything over 10x is ideal if you're new to trading. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.